Elon Musk spoke to Putin before tweeting Ukraine peace plan, report.
Here's a summary of the article.
Elon Musk spoke directly with Russian President Vladimir Putin before tweeting a proposal to end the war in Ukraine. In a mail-out sent to Eurasia Group subscribers, Ian Bremmer wrote that Tesla CEO Musk told him that Putin was prepared to negotiate, but only if Crimea remained Russian, if Ukraine accepted a form of permanent neutrality, and Ukraine recognized Russia's annexation of Luhansk, Donetsk, Kherson and Zaporizhzhia. According to Bremmer, Musk said Putin told him these goals would be accomplished, no matter what, including the potential of a nuclear strike if Ukraine invaded Crimea, which Russia annexed in 2014. Last week, Musk posted essentially the same points on Twitter, although he suggested that the referendums in the annexed territories slammed as sham votes by Ukraine and the West be redone under supervision by the United Nations. Musk earlier this year challenged Putin to single combat. Musk responded by criticizing the FT's reporting, saying, "The Ukrainian response to Musk's Twitter peace proposal was succinct. One diplomat told him to fuck off," while Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky posted his own Twitter poll.
This post received a score of 73,000, with an upvote ratio of 80%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
In a mail-out sent to Eurasia Group subscribers, Ian Bremmer wrote that Tesla CEO Musk told him that Putin was prepared to negotiate, but only if Crimea remained Russian, if Ukraine accepted a form of permanent neutrality, and Ukraine recognized Russia's annexation of Luhansk, Donetsk, Kherson and Zaporizhzhia. Given those terms, this is what we would call an impasse. Russia doesn't even control all of that territory now. There is nothing to discuss. If people weren't dying from it, it would be funny. We are prepared to negotiate, provided we get everything we wanted.
In Putin's twisted mind, I bet this is a huge compromise, since he originally wanted the entire country.
No, Putin is no fool. He still means to take the rest of the country. He just wants time to take a break, ease sanctions, and rebuild his forces. You're trusting the PR statement. Somehow I didn't expect Elon to be so malleable. He parroted Putin's words with no resistance. He even reinforced the notion that the ownership of the supposedly annexed territories should even be a question. Musk is doing Putin's bidding under the guise of being an enlightened centrist. What in the actual fuck happened to him?
Russia did it in 2008 with Georgia, he did it in 2014 with Ukraine and is trying to do the same now. I think we have a pattern here.
Don't forget the Chechen wars during the 90s. Russia was getting their asses kicked then too lol.
And Moldova, people treat Transnistria as sort of funny Soviet nostalgia breakaway state. But it is a wedge Russia has hit so they cannot join EU or worse, Romania. Russia definitely plans to occupy that country again.
IDK. Now that they've lost all hope of taking Odessa and creating a land bridge to Moldova, I doubt they're going to be able to make good on those plans now. They invested so much in keeping Moldova in limbo as well. Seems like it's gonna be a big-ass waste for them now though. There's no way they'd be able to logistically make invading Moldova work based on what we've seen in Ukraine. Russia can't even run a supply line 40 miles from their own border lol. I think when he called Crimea Khrushchev's mistake, it was blatantly obvious he'd spoken to someone in the Russian government. Edit. Don't give me gold, right? Khrushchev's mistake? On some artillery shells instead.
Yeah, this makes sense. I was wondering where Musk got the idea that Crimea actually belongs to Russia. It sounded like straight Russian propaganda.
The classic Russian bedtime story is that Khrushchev, who was Ukrainian, got drunk and decided to carve off Crimea and give it to his homeland of Ukraine. This conveniently ignores the fact that Crimea spent the better part of a century getting bounced around between different administrative oblasts and that Russia recognized Crimea as Ukrainian in 1997. Edit. Khrushchev was apparently born near Kursk. He wasn't actually Ukrainian.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.